Welcome to episode number 62 of the Swoop Shoots podcast. And the entire group is back. And it's the last full week of the NBA season. So we got a lot to go through. All right. Also, we got the NCAA men's and women's title game recap, the final four. We're going to recap. So just sit back and enjoy our conversation. We got myself, Eric, aka 46 and 32, and we're almost in. Armani, aka Bleed Purple and Gold. Ernest, aka Lake Show. They got a huge game tonight against the Warriors. And Josh, aka Blow It Up. I'm playing out the string for the rest of the season.
Yeah. Before we start, I have an announcement. Something hasn't been sitting right in my soul, and as those who know me, I am an avid Dreamvillian. I am a
Dreamvillian.
I am I am a I am a citizen of Dreamville. And
PG Lane, fool.
I am one of the biggest J. Cole fans that's out there, and it hasn't been sitting right in my soul and my spirit, man.
Time out
and,
before you continue. Cole got everybody apologizing in public now. What's going on, man?
And I just want to show maturity, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to K. Dot Kendrick Lamar. I'm not really like that. I'm sorry. I apologize for what I said. Your first shit was classic. You know what I'm saying? And
family show.
Your last stuff wasn't tragic at all.
And it didn't put people to sleep either.
No. The second one, they didn't gas it. It was good, but they didn't gas it. Your third one was a certified classic, and we were definitely trailing behind. We were trailing behind, and how ironic. Now that we had it, you want something with us, but we don't want nothing with you, man. And you're our brothers, and we want to respect PG Lang and the crew, and we're sorry. We are sorry, Mr. Kendrick Lamar. And this is a word from our Dreamville sponsors.
What?
Well, on that note, we're going to prolong our show and get right back to our regularly scheduled program in progress. So this past weekend, we had the men's and women's Final Four and the men's and women's title games. And as y'all know, in the women's side, you have South Carolina and Iowa in the final. And also on the men's side, you have UConn versus Purdue in the men's final. So you have the both heavy favorites, South Carolina, one who finished their perfect season, aka revenge tour, after losing last year to Iowa, completing their undefeated season and winning their third title under Coach Dawn Staley. Congratulations to her. And you had on the men's side, you had the UConn Huskies, who became the first team to repeat as national champs since the 06-07 Florida Gators, with another dominant run to top it off with a dominant win over Purdue by 15. So we're gonna start off on the women's. As y'all know, 37-0 South Carolina Gamecocks. Carmela Cardoza dominated as ever again. Holding off a valiant effort from Iowa, Caitlin Clark. Giving her last college game, knowing that she's gonna get she was announced that she announced her that she will be entering the WNBA draft, which starts on Monday. So, your thoughts on the the game itself in the Final Four from this past weekend, and also for the first time the first time ever, the women's national championship game outdrew the men's national championship game.
Figures that.
Even last year, that wasn't a thing last year.
No,
Right? No.
Wow, I'm surprised at that.
Yeah. Man, I mean, the women put on, man, for basketball, for the basketball world. They really did. Just from, I would say, from the Sweet 16 on, the Elite Eight games were crazy. Obviously, you know, you had the USCs of the world, UConn. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank here. Oregon, NC State. So, you know, and obviously Iowa and LSU, but man, they have done something. They created history, and what I mean by that is now women's basketball has propelled itself, especially in the college game right now, as like the must see. And I think part of that is because obviously with the draft eligibility that's instilled with women's basketball transition to the WNBA, these ladies have to stay for a minimum of like 3 years, or at least if they're up to the age of 22, right? So most of them kind of stay all 4 years, so they have an opportunity to kind of build their brand and build, you know, like their fan base in a sense within the game, because you know they're at one place for like 3 to 4 years, and you don't get that on the men's side anymore. But all in all, the game itself, man, I mean, what more can you say about South Carolina? I think what was so funny was everyone was talking about LSU and Angel Reese, right? And Floje, and everyone was talking about Juju Watkins and USC and Paige Beckers and UConn and Caitlin Clark at Iowa. And like the lone undefeated team, you know, they didn't get much, I would say, hype, you know, in comparison to the individuality of, you know, the women players I just mentioned. And it's just funny how that's how good it is. The undefeated team was kind of like under the radar,
Yeah,
in a sense, and you know, they just dominated, man. They Iowa had no answer for Camilla, you know, down low in the post. They defended Caitlin as best as you could have. And it's just, you know, like you just gotta tip your hat to South Carolina and how consistent they've been all year.
yeah.
You know, and I literally, like, every game I was lost for words of just watching how great, you know, they were able to perform, and just being able to be a fan of the game of basketball and seeing just history. Dawn Staley deserves all the flowers and then some for her accomplishments and how she was able to coach the game and, you know, get these women to lock in every single night. To go undefeated, that is nothing short of easy, right? Like you can't fathom, like, day in and day out what that requires. So that's nothing short of hard. So shout out to South Carolina, man, and obviously Caitlin Clark, you know, elevating the women's game with her performance throughout her years, but her like 2 years have been like historical. We've never seen nothing like it. So she, you know, obviously, you know, she's going to the WNBA. She's going to be the number 1 pick. She's going to get drafted by the Fever, and her and Aaliyah Boston are really going to put on a show. You know, what's funny is I have a theory with the Sparks. I think the Sparks are going to draft 2 bigs because they do need bigs, you know. And I think I can see them drafting Camilla with the 2nd pick, and then, you know, Angel with the 4th. So, you know, we'll see. But all in all, though, before we even get to that, just for the performance alone from the Final Four between all 4 teams was phenomenal.
I know we talked about it. I'm gonna just chime in just a little bit. and you pretty much covered it. I know we talked about it on the pod the past couple episodes, just about like the popularity that is coming towards the women's game. Like I know Eric mentioned on the last show that the game between LSU and Iowa brought in about 12.3 million views, which is like more than like the World Series, more than the NBA Finals from last year. And then also since you mentioned that Caitlin Clark possibly will be drafted number 1 to the Indiana Fever. I know that the Las Vegas Aces. I remember reading something about that they're one of the scheduled games that they have against the Indiana Fever. They're not going to be playing in their original arena, and they're going to play in the
T-Mobile Arena,
which holds more people, and because of just Caitlin Clark alone. So that goes to show you, like the amount of popularity that's coming to the women's game is extreme, and this season, this year, we was able to see that the women's game is more popular in the men's game. Now we just got to get these ladies in the league. That's it. And the league is progressing every single year. Like, the Liberties having sellout crowds for regular season games, sellout crowds for playoff games. That's how you know it's coming in. So just can't wait. It's spectacular to be a part of this,
So, like we've been calling it, I feel like everybody been calling it since mid-year. South Carolina's taking this. So I just want to give congrats to South Carolina and that program that they put together. After a loss that they took last year, it was like Spurs-esque the way they came back from losing, devastating in the playoffs, and just dominated for this whole year. So I just want to give congrats to South Carolina for the tremendous season that they put together, looking like the UConn teams for Gino. But also Caitlin Clark showed that she is box office. Technically, not this game, she struggled a bit, but throughout this whole run, she showed that she is box office and that the women's sports is progressing, like Armani said and Ernest said. So I'm really excited, especially this class. The class that she came in with, it was Caitlin Clark, Page, Camilla, and Angel Reese. This is a phenomenal class. It's going to change this whole woman basketball outlook right now as it looks. And then right after them is Juju and them. So I just think that this whole 2-year run, not just for Caitlin Clark, but for women's college basketball, is just big. It's big for the sports, and like we said last episode, hopefully it has the Magic Bird effect that the NBA had when Magic and Bird came into the league.
My fault. I was muted, but yeah, most definitely. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, you go ahead, Armani.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I just want to say that, but go ahead.
Oh
yeah.
No.
Well, anyway, so
we just get past the rock.
I guess so.
like Mike, he's like, yeah, you take it. No.
I think it's going to be interesting to see how the transfer portal works for the women's game, because I get
this transfer portal.
Van Lith.
Haley Van Lith, from LSU, the point guard that was getting flamed on defense. She has decided to enter the transfer portal to leave USC, which is crazy because she was the leading scorer when she was in Louisville. And she was the number 1 option in Louisville, and now kind of tanked her draft stock a little bit because now she's already graduated too at that. So it's like she's just playing in school to kind of just figure out her career, I guess. But I'm sorry to cut you off, Eric, but like I'm just pointing out the transfer portal is volatile at this moment for sure. As you know, Bronny James entered the transfer portal himself.
And the transfer portal is the reason why Angel Reese is in LSU too.
Fact.
So I think the transfer portal is volatile in a way. But I don't know for the men's. That's a different story. But for the women's, I feel like it's helping in more cases than it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe so. So it's gonna be real interesting to see how the transfer portal like really dictates the teams going forward in the women's, because I still believe South Carolina, I think they're gonna come back and replenish and do it again next
They're like
year.
the Florida
But,
Gators.
but I would say USC just got 3 All-Americans.
McDonald All Americans, right?
McDonald, yes,
Yeah.
to commit to
Mhm.
play with Juju.
Yeah.
I'm just saying USC is going to be hell to deal with next season.
Put your money up on FanDuel.
It's going up.
Come
I
on,
believe in
FanDuel.
Juju. I
Come
believe
on.
in Juju.
Put your money up on FanDuel, man.
Come on, FanDuel. Y'all hear this? Come on.
So as we shift from the women's to the men's, as we see that we finally have a repeat champion, the first time since Florida did it in 06-07, second time since the early 90s when Duke did it in 91 and 92. UConn Huskies, back-to-back national champions, and another dominant run, winning games by 15, 20 plus points per game during this run of the tournament. What can you say about this UConn team? I mean, they
Just like
literally put Purdue to bed in the second half. So
yeah, I feel like it was just like South Carolina, just the under end. This is the men's version. They've been dominant all year, not undefeated though, but like you could see that you could see their games and be like, all right, maybe it's gonna be a close game. They end up winning by 20. It's just the UConn way. And Dan Harley's done a great job as a head coach there. He's done a great job in
and he said he's staying there. So
yeah, sorry, Kentucky. But he's done a great job
of talk about as well too.
Building a flawless offense out there, because that offense looks like you cannot stop it. They move without the ball. Everybody knows their role, and that's just great coaching right there. Shout out to UConn.
Yeah, UConn. They run their offense with purpose. Like, there's not one guy that stands out. That like it's a very well-oiled machine type of offense that they run. It requires a lot of communication, a lot of cutting, baseline drives and DHOs and all that good stuff. So they do a really good job confusing defenses. But I mean, I didn't believe in Purdue to begin with. Y'all know how I feel about Zach. There's a reason why he's not ranked top 10. You can't be player of the year one year and be ranked not even the top 10. And then not even top 5 at your position. That don't make sense to me. So that right there tells me all I need to know about what, and again, because I like to talk about these NBA executives and scouts because they don't know, they don't do their due diligence like they used to do back in the day. A lot of them are highlight watching, but at the end of the day, though, and don't get me wrong, Zach put up some good numbers. Yeah, I think he had 35 and 15 last night, and but at the end of the day, I just felt as if Purdue, their offense is so reliant on Zach.
It's like once you eliminate that, then what else?
Exactly. He played there the whole game, and he was
they don't have the shooting
towards the end.
The problem was they didn't have the shooting.
Right. If you're running an inside outside offense,
you got to have
the number one option is the inside.
Yeah.
You got to know the defense is going to collapse, right? Because that's your first option, and he has to be able to get it out to and move the ball to shooters, open shooters. And if you don't have that, you're pretty much cooked. So, again, kudos to Purdue for getting that far. But UConn was just more poised. They were the better team collectively, and they were more cohesive when it really mattered the most.
Yeah. So they complete their back-to-back mission, and winning the title. As we segue, we got, and this leads to the final week of the NBA season, where we got a total of 20 teams
Finally over.
battling out for playing spots, playoff berths, top seeds. So it's going to be a one wild finish till Sunday, because
Man,
tonight
I
we
had
got
wanted the Nets to go to the playoffs so I could go to a playoff game, man.
You could still go. What about going to MSG? What happened?
Bro,
Oh, they
tickets are
priced
mad
out.
expensive.
They're
We
priced
we we
out.
had this
Oh
conversation.
well.
No.
Oh well. Oh, well.
It costs like $300 just to sit in the nosebleeds. No,
Well,
I mean, it's worth it though,
y'all
but
ruined it.
I mean, Armani, you're going to be, I'm not even going to go there. That's fine. It's fine. I forget it. I'm going to say it. I don't care. You're going to be the only fan there anyway. So it don't even matter, bro. It don't even matter.
fan where? And
Exactly.
MSG?
No, I was talking about Barclays. But no, you know the shtick. You know the shtick. You know the shtick, man. Shameless plug. It's okay.
So we got 3 games going on right now. Just started. We got the Pacers and the Raptors. Pacers trying to nail a top 6 spot. We got the Mavs and the Hornets. Mavericks trying to clinch a playoff berth tonight.
Can we talk about that boy Hella real
76ers.
quick?
And we got the 76ers and the Pistons tonight playing right now. The Sixers trying to sneak up to the 6th spot. So we got a lot going on. We got games coming up later tonight. As you know, you got the Lakers and the Warriors. This might be a preview of next week's playing tournament game. You got the Kings and Thunder playing tonight. You got
It's not
Clippers,
gonna be.
Suns. I mean, also I'm keeping my eye on the Magic Rocket game. Of course, I'm keeping an eye on Knicks Bulls, and I'm keeping an eye on the Heat Hawks and the Celtics and Bucks.
Listen,
Which
in the
brings
words of J. Cole, Golden State is light work like PWC.
Here it goes. Here goes the cool reference.
We quoting.
We quoting.
J. Cole.
What has come to y'all?
I can't say it,
Let's
but
quote.
Bob.
Anyway.
Let's quote Kendrick. Your best work is a light pack.
So anyway, also we got clincher scenarios for tonight. So if y'all can follow me here in the East, so the Pacers, they can clinch a playoff berth with the win, along with the Heat loss, a Sixers loss, and the Magic win. The Knicks can clinch a playoff berth with the win tonight and the Heat loss, or losses by the Heat, 76ers, and the Magic's win. The Orlando Magic can clinch a playoff berth with a win and with losses by any of the two between the Miami Heat, Philadelphia 76ers, and the Indiana Pacers. Also, the Magic can clinch the Southeast Division with the win and the Heat loss. The Philadelphia 76ers are locked in the playing game with a loss and wins by the Magic and the Pacers. So that's the clincher scenarios for the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, the Mavs can clinch a playoff berth for the win and the loss by either the Suns or the Pelicans. The Mavericks can clinch the Southwest Division with the win and the Pelican loss. The Warriors locked into a playing tournament game with the loss or with the Pelicans win and a win by either the Suns or Kings. Clippers can clinch a playoff berth with the win or a Pelican loss. And the Clippers can clinch the Pacific Division with the win. And last but not least, the Lakers are locked into the playing game with the loss and wins by either two teams, the Suns, Pelicans, or the Kings.
But if the Lakers win, 6 seed is on the table. Like I said, 6 seed is on the table.
So as we look at the standings in the East, look at the current standings right now in the Western Conference. So the Lakers are in 9th place, 45-34. They trailed the Kings by a half game for 8th, a game and a half behind the Pelicans for 7th, and also 1.5 behind the Suns for 6th. But they're only a game and a half ahead of the Warriors for 10th. So this is a very, very, very monster game tonight for the Lakers. The Mavs,
We locked in.
the Mavs are 2 games ahead of the Suns for 5th, and trail the Clippers by 2 games for 4th. So if you really look at the standings, you could say that one matchup that might be set is the Clippers and Mavs.
Here, and you know what's crazy about that matchup? The Clippers all year struggle against teams that have big wings. Honestly, I don't know who to choose in this matchup, like in this playoff series. I want to lean Clippers because I feel like, Kawhi has been out all this time, and I think low-key Kawhi's just been resting.
And also he destroys the Mavericks in the playoffs.
Right.
Go back to those two playoff period. Those playoff.
Yeah.
Series.
Operation Hunt Luka.
Come here, Luka.
But at the same time, though,
they didn't have Kyrie.
Luka ain't have Kyrie. So
that's the thing.
This is different. And Josh, you can make a face all you want, but Kyrie's been on a tear as of late, and you can't deny it.
He's a player of the week.
And the Mavs are volatile right now. Like that's a legit team that can be a threat.
And on top of that, they finally got bigs that can rebound and play defense.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. You're muted. Just let you know if you want to say something.
oh yeah. He's quiet today. He's quiet
silent.
Today.
He stays silent.
Today.
Oh.
I'm gonna just say this. And look at Kyrie's last couple playoff performance and then get back to me.
Yeah, volatile situations.
You got a point.
This is a different time, though. It's a different time. It's a different situation.
Different time. He's older. I don't understand.
It's a different situation, though. It's
How's
not
it
the
different?
same situation.
Okay.
You got to let that go, man.
I'm not letting.
Man.
I'm just talking about the last playoff series I remember from Kyrie. After that 30-something or 40-point game 1, where was he the rest of that series?
Here we go.
I'm just being fair.
They did get swept by Boston.
I'm still not going to budge. It was a different situation.
Yeah.
Both guys didn't want to be there. It is
was
what it is.
basically over, and the Celtics were they were the way better team.
Wait. Both guys didn't want to be there when the series started? That's what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And those
I didn't get those.
Simmons.
I didn't get those. Oh, Ben. Oh, I didn't get those reports. But okay.
You remember Benson was supposed to come back game 3 or game 4. I'm like, y'all gonna blow this dude out in the middle of a playoff series.
What does that have to do with? What does that have to do with Kyrie playing like dog water? Like I don't get it. Bruce Brown was looking way better than him. In case we forgot. We blaming Joe Harris, but not the second best player. Okay. All right. But yeah, Kyrie and Luka's a threat. Yeah. I
agree. So as we go to the top of the Western Conference, we have a big matchup tomorrow. T-Wolves Nuggets. So the battle for the 1 seed continues as the T-Wolves and Nuggets are currently tied, with the T-Wolves holding the tiebreaker, and the Thunder trail by 1 game. Trail the Nuggets and T-Wolves by 1 game for that 1 seed. So, who gets the 1 seed
in the West?
I think Denver stays.
I think Denver gets it.
Yeah,
Denver has they play Utah tonight. That's a scrimmage at this point of the season for them. And then also the T-Wolves. Here's the thing.
I think Carl Towns is coming. They say that Carl Towns has been cleared to.
Yep.
Yes.
That was really fast.
Yeah, he had meniscus surgery back in March.
Yeah, he did. The T-Wolves. Here's the thing. I think the T-Wolves could be the T-Wolves in the Thunder. I think low-key are jockeying for position because
For the
of
2 seed.
who is and who may be potentially in the play. I think what
Yeah.
we're going to see as these games wane out and as these games get closer and closer to the season is closer and closer to ending. This who's to say if Phoenix is the 7th seed, I don't think OKC wants to see them in the first round.
Yeah.
And again, if depending on who's 6, 7, and 8, like if it's Lakers, Suns, Kings, or Kings, Lakers, Suns, however we want to spill it together, because I personally don't believe the Warriors are going to get in, but I don't think if you're OKC, Minnesota maybe so because Minnesota, if they're getting cat back, I don't think Minnesota's scared of anybody.
No.
Because of their size. So which is why I think like the Thunder may be jockeying for potentially a lower seed because the odds are better for the Kings or Pelicans to get that 6th seed.
Right.
And if I'm the Thunder, I'm cool with that first round matchup.
But also the 6th seed might be the Suns. So
right, like again, like that's what I'm saying. Like as the days go by, I think we're gonna start seeing teams kind of like, all right, like if the Suns win and they're slotted for 6, or if the Lakers are slotted for 6, or if the Kings or Pelicans are slotted for 6, you're gonna see teams kind of maneuver in a way where they want a favorable matchup.
Right.
But I think ultimately, though, to answer your question, Denver will end up with the number 1 seed, though.
But I think it's like with the playing tournament, you cannot afford to like maneuver to like what spot you want to stay in for a favorable matchup because
the goal is to win.
Yeah, and
right.
you want to. I know you want to win. You want to have the least resistance path on which your title, but at the same time, the playing tournament it totally flipped the way that teams like play down the stretch and like.
No, yeah, I'm just saying teams actively tank for
seeding. Yeah,
they do.
I think that it does come back to bite them in the playoffs.
Like honestly, who's to say? Like you don't think the reason why the Lakers are like putting pedal to the metal, they don't want to be 8th.
No,
because if you're in that 9 and 10, that's what you're gonna get. That's your prize, 8th seed. Yeah. So like they're trying to get out of that to get 7 or possibly 6 because they don't want to see Denver in the first round.
But also they're trying to get out. They're trying to at least get themselves 2 chances to get in instead of that 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But again, like I would much
that would
rather
make sense for any team.
Right. Yeah, I would much rather be in a scenario where I don't have to win 2 to get in, and I don't got to get Denver in the first round.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. 100%.
Yeah. So that's the Western Conference, and as we shift towards the East, the 10 teams are set. Same thing as the West. It's a matter of seeding and where the teams will be seated because the Milwaukee Bucks, even though they've been laying eggs left and right this past week. They have lost 4 straight. 3 of those 4 losses were against teams that lost over 50 plus games: the Raptors, Wizards, and the Grizzlies. And then Sunday, they just got their butts whooped in the second half by the Knicks after being up by 11. So now the 2 seed is up for grabs. They lead. So basically, the Bucks have a 1-game lead over the Orlando Magic and the New York Knicks for the 2 seed. The Cavaliers, who've also another team who's been laying eggs left and right on the West Coast trip after losing back-to-back to the Clippers and Lakers, they trailed by a game and a half. And the Indiana Pacers, they're 2.5 back of the Bucks. So you could easily see a scenario where the Bucks can go from 2 all the way to 6. And the Magic, they have a real shot at finishing at 2 at the 2nd seed in the East. And on top of that, they play the Bucks 2 more times. And they end the season against the Magic. Okay. Also, the Knicks, they've been treading water, but they got everyone back healthy. The only person who's out is Julius Randle. We talked about that on the last pod, on the last episode. He's scheduled for season-ending surgery, so he won't be returning. But they got OG and Anunoby back.
I have a theory on that. Personally, I think Julius Randle elected for a surgery. I've been tweeting this, so it ain't no secret.
I know you're going. I know where you're going with this.
I think he knows he's getting moved.
He's not signed. He's not signed to CAA.
Why am I going to risk further injury if I might be dealt in the offseason? But whatever, we'll see.
So we'll see.
Because Tibbs is going to run him to the ground. So it's like, hey, if I'm finna get traded, because it's on record the Knicks want a star. How are you going to get that star? I wonder.
Julius.
So if I know,
and Josh Hart, you ain't safe, bro.
If I know that as soon as the season's over and free agency starts and there's an opportunity to move me, Knicks won't hesitate. So I might as well just get season-ending surgery, because I don't want to risk anything.
Yeah.
Or wait till February.
I'd rather just start anew. Why, and the Knicks know that. Like, let's not be. Anyway, but yeah.
Well, right now they're in fourth, but they do have a chance to finish as high as second, but also can finish as low as six. But they can clinch with the win tonight and help. Also, Indiana, they're not too far back, so also they lead. They also have a 1-game lead over Philly for the last guaranteed playoff spot at number 6. And on top of that, they won 5 in a row. The 76ers. Joel Embiid has come back. He's still getting his conditioning in order. He's, as usual, after being off that long since January. But the 76ers team, I know they've been scuffling without him, but that's the team that might, if the standings stay the same, and if the playing goes the way it is, Sixers and Bucks be a first round matchup, and the Heat Celtics be a first round matchup. So, and remember how last year's series with the Heat and Celtics went.
Man,
but it's not. But it's
I
not
don't know. I don't.
But
The
it's
thing
not the
is,
same.
though,
But it's not the same.
yeah,
I'm about to
Heat
say
team is
it's not the same Heat team.
because
Right.
the Miami Heat this entire year, and like this is what we know them for. They've been flying under the radar, like this whole entire season. And then when you look at the depth that they had, that contributed to their success last year in the playoffs, like Gabe Vincent, who we got finesse as Laker fans. And
You'll see soon enough. Not really though.
I hope. Come on, bro. Like we wasn't just yelling at Gabe Vincent this entire season, saying that he Kendrick Nunn part 2.
Listen, I get it. You'll see.
I hope so. Prove me wrong. But also with Max Strus as well too. Like they lost a lot of depth, and then like during the middle of the season, there was like buzz about Jaime Jaquez and stuff, and it's just no noise. It's just no noise, and I don't think like this Miami Heat team can duplicate that again. I don't think Jimmy can go in that bag in that type of mode again. So, nah, I don't, unless proven otherwise. But right now, I don't got faith in the Heat.
So,
Josh,
man, I'm going with Boston, man. There's only so much you could do this for with the Heat, man. You don't got the ability to keep flipping the switch if you're Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
For the Heat, probably. But for Jimmy Butler, man, come on, man. If you're not going to take the regular season properly and have your oil already prepped, you talking about cars here. You always got to have your oil. You can't just have your car off for a whole winter and then think, oh yeah, I could drive it. Cool. Like, nah, this is not how it is, man. And I know like they did it last year because the year before they was a top seed. Yeah. They did it last year. You can't do it again. So
but I think also like, that obviously what we know now is like they expected to have Damian Lillard on this team. And with that move happening, they didn't make the right adjustment. They didn't
I'm
have a
not
plan
giving
B.
them that excuse though, because you still had the trade deadline.
No, right? Absolutely.
And they only got Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
And even that though, give your best offers, and you wouldn't be in this problem.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
But all I know is
Riley
this.
riding that Godfather wave, which is insane to me.
But all I know is this: if it's Knicks Heat in the playoff series this year, I want that matchup again. I gotta listen.
Right? That's nice.
I got a bone to pick with y'all Knicks fans. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what do you do now? What we do now?
That has nothing to do with the Nets. It's just like now y'all saying Brunson is the greatest Knicks since Ewing, but why we disrespect the Melo?
Yeah, that's crazy to say.
That was not me saying that. That was them's. Okay, so I think here's the theory on this. So when Melo arrived back in 2011, it was like, okay, we literally gutted the roster. It was him, Stoudemire, Chauncey Billups, and
Raymond Felton, right?
No, he got traded. No, he's in that trade.
Right. Yeah.
He was in that trade. So it was basically him, Stat, broken down Stat, and Chauncey Billups.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Then in the playoffs, Stat goes down with his back again. Chauncey Billups wrecks his knee. Then it was Melo and a bunch of nobodies. Jared Jeffries. Okay, they get swept. Landry Fields. Yep, he was a no-show. The following year, same thing. And then you had the whole Jeremy Lin experiment for like 3 weeks. Then he gets shut down. He couldn't play in the playoffs. And then Stat, he like what?
Breaks his hand.
He breaks his hand in the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, against the Heat.
Yeah, against the Heat.
He hit the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, the fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
It was after game 1, I think it was, right?
Something like that, yep.
Yeah, no, game 2. After game 2.
And y'all almost won game 2. That he got frustrated or something.
Yeah,
I guess.
Smashed his hand. Yep.
So that ended that in 2012.
And then Phil Jackson came, right? 2013.
No, 2012, 2013 came. That was the big year. They won 54 games.
With J.K., Tyson Chandler.
Jason Kidd, Tyson
Kenyon
Chandler
Martin was on that squad.
All the old heads, yeah.
They returned. That was the first 50-win season since 2000. The first they get to the second round.
Y'all get blocked out of the playoffs by Roy Hibbert.
Yeah, Roy Hibbert, and then that was it. And then they went to the abyss. Then Phil Jackson comes along.
Triangle, Derek Fisher,
Jeff Hornacek,
Kurt Rambis totally wrecks the franchise again for another 5 years.
Frank Ntilikina?
Yes.
Oh, that's not it. Yep. Yes, that is Frank
Ntilikina and Kevin Knox.
Yep. Oh, God.
And then Tingus Pingus. Yeah.
Pingus.
So, yeah. If I'm getting this correct, that sounds like a whole bunch of not Melo fault.
I agree with you, John.
Yeah, we all agree with you, Josh.
Fact.
Eric just laying on a timeline as to the events of what happened.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just laying the timeline.
None of this was Melo's fault.
I think Phil Jackson basically sabotaged Melo for the last 3 years when he was the Knicks.
Yes.
I think Brunson came into a beautiful situation. He has probably one of the top 3 execs in the league right now. Melo didn't have that. Melo came into a different situation of I'm here.
You know what's crazy
think
though?
Also, wait, Carmelo had expectations. Carmelo was like top 5 best player in the league at that time.
And this guy doesn't. This guy doesn't.
Right.
But also you got to remember, Melo was just not far removed from a Western Conference Finals appearance.
Right. Like 2 years ago.
You know,
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, and what's crazy is that Melo could have been a free agent that summer.
Yep.
Right, and the Knicks wanted to trade for him, but Melo could have been a free agent that summer. What's wild, the reason why the Knicks put all the chips on the table, because if he was going to be a free agent in the summer,
he would have been in Brooklyn.
Yes,
he would have been in Brooklyn.
So look, what's wild?
Job.
What's wild is the Nets, the two
Why was
teams
scared?
The two teams that were going to like put everything on the table for Melo was the Nets and the Lakers. Those were the two teams that were like, we're gonna try to get Melo. And Melo wanted to go to New York. And at the time, Brooklyn was setting up to be like the big thing in town, and Melo was going to be the marquee.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And he would have been able to have two choices: be the marquee of a brand new franchise in New York City, or be the second face to Kobe Bryant in the Laker uniform. And the Knicks were like, we can't compete with that. We can't compete with those two options.
Yeah.
You know, they leaked the pamphlets of Melo on the thing. Like
it
was that close.
Yeah.
And y'all was scared. It's cool. You know, that's not what Big Brothers do. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's wild about this, Armani? If it got to the table where it was between the Lakers and the Nets, we know what would have happened. But needless to say, Melo ended up a New York Knick.
We wouldn't have those struggle years.
Yeah, those struggle years were tough, man. Like,
here we go.
Can't forget about that.
We wouldn't have those struggle years.
Also, to go back to that topic of Brunson versus Melo, I don't know how it's Knicks Twitter.
You know, it's Twitter. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
so it's like they're watching Jalen Brunson, who came into the Knicks as a free agent. Like he came off of the Mavericks. Behind Luka,
he had a competent team around him.
Yeah, but
versus Melo, where they had to gut everything to get him.
Right.
If Melo would have just joined that Knick team, if you just dropped Melo on that squad,
it would have been all right.
That Knick team is the Eastern Conference Finals. Like they're making the Eastern Conference Finals appearance for sure.
Yeah,
right. So now they watching Jalen Brunson first year. Oh, we got a point guard. End of that season is like, oh, we got something here. This year. All-Star, All-NBA, and maybe like a top 5 MVP candidate.
Just dropped 60.
Who dropped 60 and had another 40-point game. It's 9th this season. So they're like, oh, we haven't seen this. Yo, we gotta build around this guy because.
But I also think some of the people
one of these years it's gonna happen.
I think some of the people
what's going to happen? Hold on. What's going to happen?
You know what's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
We need another banner.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say. So, I'm just saying that I think the reason why this is the topic, you got to remember, like Twitter, you battling with all different ages, so a lot of people don't remember
exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? Like they just think Jalen Brunson the new kid on the block, and he's the best Knick player ever. That's what people are saying.
Well, good for them. But you know, but
right.
It's like but for me it's like, okay, this is a guy that we really need to build around because
absolutely.
He's like basically he's the franchise right now. He's the franchise player right now. I know Julius Randle, he was named All-Star, All-NBA a couple times. But we seen Jalen Brunson last year in the playoffs perform in the way that a superstar needs to perform.
No, listen,
and the team, and now with the team around him, that has more shooting than last year. Now thinking now, okay, we can really make a run in the East. And let's see how good he really is come playoff time.
Yeah.
You know,
what?
It'll be exciting to see. I still think they need Julius Randle. I don't think what they have is enough to at least make a deep run. To me, their ceiling is the second round.
Against who?
Against Boston.
That's if they finish 4th. If they finish 3rd or 2nd.
They finish 3rd or 2nd, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, like, I think the Knicks overachieved this year. Due to the injuries that they've had this season. If everyone was healthy, and I'm talking about including the trades that they made during the trade deadline, which were really good trades, but with Randall out, it slots people out of position, or not position, out of their normal roles, because Bogey has been a no-show since he's been a Knick. He had one good outing, and it's been subpar to say the least.
He had one good outing last game, and then he's been subpar. Alec Burks, forget him; he's out on the rotation.
And then y'all had to rely on DiVincenzo to be like your number 2.
Right.
Yeah.
And and as Josh had said before, OG been on the IR. So
where's that guy who said I don't know what I'm talking about? Some guy in the comments told me I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to the Knicks. I watch basketball, sir. I know what I'm talking about.
So it's been like pulling teeth to kind of get this team healthy. So you don't know what you really have. But hey, I think the Knicks will be they're a second round, in my opinion. Obviously, if they were fully healthy, I would be 10 toes down that they'll be an Eastern Conference finalist. But that's just how the game goes, unfortunately. Yeah. I have a question. The Orlando Magic have an opportunity, in my opinion. I know what I said last week.
Yeah. How do we get here? Because
I know what I said last week.
Right. Because
I know what I said last week.
Because last week was like he just like dismissed him, like nah.
Right. You're like, why are we talking about the Magic for?
Why are we talking about them?
Right.
Because I got to watch the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Hello.
And
come on now.
JB Bickerstaff, I'm sorry, brother. I hate to see a black man.
He was fired this year.
There were reports that saying that earlier this year.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. 8-0 almost. It's gonna happen.
He's coaching for his job.
There's a dark cloud hovering over that team right now, and it's the Donovan Mitchell thing, and the team does not know what that man is going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some friction going on in that locker room. Now, maybe they just want the season to end and kind of just get over it and figure out what they're going to do and what's the direction, right? But that's why it gives me more confidence for the Magic, because Cleveland, they're a first round exit. They're a first round exit, and I don't foresee them being any threat to any team in the Eastern Conference.
Right.
I agree. I mean, it's the same song, different dance. And you see like it's like it's going to become to a how can I say it? Like you have Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. They have to make a decision. Either if it's Mitchell or Garland.
They may not have to make the decision. I'll just put it that way.
Oh, it's already made.
Yeah. We know
because I think during that stretch when they went 17-1, Donovan Mitchell missed most of it.
Yeah.
And
don't forget, and Mobley. Mobley wasn't a part of that either.
That's true. Yeah. Since he's came back, he's been same old. I mean, like, okay, like we touted Mobley when he got drafted as, he's gonna be one of the ones, the next big man, next great big power forward. Like he hasn't.
How long he been in the league for? What, 3 years?
3 years.
3 years.
3 years. And like last year in the playoffs, it's like I know it's his first time in the playoffs, and we'll give him a pass, but the fact that you and Jared Allen got mauled by Mitchell Robinson, and people really question your toughness, your mental toughness. Is like you knew you had to make moves and like make sure your team is more mentally tough, mentally ready for another playoff run. And they haven't shown me that they are capable of doing that again.
Yeah, it just sucks for Cleveland part. Because like you said, people had high hopes for Evan Mobley. And him just really not living up to what he's supposed to be. And Donovan Mitchell, the cloud of Donovan Mitchell is looming, and whatever friction is between him and Garland is unfortunate.
Oh, we lost Eric.
Yeah, I'm frozen.
All good, all good. Obviously, we gotta go soon, but right now, as the season is starting to end, there's an interesting conversation right now about who should be MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Who do you think?
Josh, don't make that face, bro. As far as the DPOY, y'all know who I want to say. Y'all know who I want to say.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to be him though.
Yeah, I know.
The team with 60 losses?
Hmm?
You talking about Wemby?
No.
Oh,
he was saying Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis?
AD.
But AD is not going to get it.
Another playing team.
Right.
Another. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I really want to say. But yeah. All right. MVP.
Wait, hold on. Before, because Josh, are you saying Wemby is deserving?
No, he shouldn't.
Oh, okay. Because I a part of me thinks that's what's going to happen.
No, it cannot be. It cannot be.
I feel you.
I agree.
Rookie of the year and Depoy in the same. No.
I said it on the last. I mean, but here's the thing though. If you give it to Wemby, you gotta give it to AD. No.
He has better defensive numbers than Anthony Davis, though.
I mean, his number is astronomical. You know what I mean?
Like the impact for both guys, right? Like, is there. Like defensively, you take AD off the Lakers, they're a putrid defensive team. Wemby, obviously, we know, but it's like with Wemby, y'all only won 11 games. To me, it's gonna be Rudy. Unfortunately, it's gonna
be his fourth, fifth.
It'd be his fourth.
Come on, man.
Hall of Famer.
You're on that Ben Wallace type of timing, man. I hate it.
You love Lou Will, but you hate Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, like make it make sense.
Lou Will to the left, sweet Lou. Sweet Lou.
And Brandon Jennings is better than Lou Will. He is.
Nah, come on, son. Come on, son.
That's not a crazy take. He is.
Nah, come on.
That's
yeah, you don't mean that, bro.
I do. Brandon Jennings is better than Lou Williams.
Nah, bro. Continue what you were saying, bro. Disrespecting Lou Will and Jamal Crawford out here in the 6th man of the year.
Yeah, Jamal Crawford. MVP. Obviously, it's almost like just here, Jokic, because we don't have no one else to give it to. That's what I feel like it is at this point.
Yeah,
like
I think because
for this year,
but also with Embiid injury, because Embiid was on pace to win his 2nd MVP of the year.
Yeah,
but when that injury happened, obviously it definitely derailed everything. And then like you can't give it to Shea because it's all right. Look what Jokic is doing. And then you can't give it to Luka because Luka was so far behind in the standings. So, like, the only matchup, the only person who was able to, like, win the MVP award in that battle between Jokic and Embiid was Embiid. But you eliminate him from that contention due to injury. Who does that leave you with? Jokic. And plus, they're the number 1 seed, averaging triple-doubles and stuff. So, yeah.
The NBA's politics, man. I told y'all earlier in the season when everybody was saying Shea MVP, Shea, they not gonna give him MVP before Luka. It's just not gonna happen. They gonna wait until Luka has that.
I'll say this though: if they lock up the 5th or the 4th seed before the season's over,
okay, I can see it then.
I can see
it then, but right now with Luka as a 6, and then with Tatum just being, even though he's having a good season, Tatum is supposed to be this is supposed to be his award to get this year.
It is
out of all years.
What's crazy is I think what's wild is the media is, and I'm not blaming the media. I'm just saying, like, the consensus is there is more pressure for Tatum. Well, there's more expectation, rather, not pressure. There's more expectation for Tatum to win the championship this year than it is MVP, which is kind of wild to me.
Agreed. Definitely agreed.
No, you don't agree?
No, I'm just shaking my head because I'm like, yo, like
if you think about it, like it's like the talk has been if Boston does not win a chip, you know, Jaylen Brown's out of there, and you know what I mean. So it feels like it's more pressure for them to win a chip than for him to get the MVP. And to your point, it was this year. This year was the year for him to get it. Has the best team in the league, best record by a mile, and like he's probably like fourth or fifth, you know, for MVP consideration.
Probably not even.
But I think him having the best team on paper, well, however you look at it, it negates that. Because
so what are the Nuggets?
What do you mean?
Why wouldn't negate Jokic then? You can make an argument that Denver has the best starting five in the league.
So why LeBron won in Miami?
It's a different time back there, bro.
Yeah, that time is LeBron was just out.
It's just
I'm just saying, like,
no, I get you. I understand.
Care about like teams. I feel like it's just the way Tatum looks in certain moments.
But also,
that's the reason.
I can see that, and then the media just kind of like just plays on his flaws and shortcomings and stuff like that. But also, the league. If you look at the league lately, the league been catering to these international dudes, yo, for real.
Come on, man.
The Ringer, bro. I'm you know,
they've been catering to the international dudes, bro.
I'm into the Ringer, but I feel like their influence is too
much. Hold on.
What happened?
No. I'm just checking something real quick. I'm just trying to check something real quick.
Dave McMenamin just tweeted, with tip-off in less than 2 hours, LeBron James has yet to arrive to the arena. Sources have told ESPN he did not participate in Lakers walkthrough. His playing status for the Warriors is still undetermined.
Oh, that's not what I was looking for. All right. The last, but depending on how you look at it, the last American.
Whoa. Okay.
The last American to win the MVP award was James Harden back in 2018. And then we had Giannis 2 years, we had Jokic 2 years, and Embiid, and possibly, if we name in the three-headed race, if there isn't even a race for this MVP award, Jokic, Shea, and Luka, they're international.
Don't count Canadians, man. Canadians are. That's a different story about that.
Yeah. And then, like, let's say if Embiid was healthy, we're looking at Embiid. That's 4 international dudes. So I'm saying, like, you know, they not with this American wave. You feel me? When it comes to this MVP award. But like Josh said, for Tatum and them Celtics, get it done. I don't want them to get it done. Hell no. I don't want them to get it done.
I don't want to hear about the Celtics. They better get it done or else I'm cooking them.
Nah, they ain't get it done.
I still don't trust. There's a reason why I'm like I don't trust the Bucks and Celtics. Like for the Bucks, I know they won the title in 2021, but they had to come down from 0-2, and the Suns. To me, that's the Suns team blew that series in 2021.
Absolutely. Yes.
I think that's more on the Suns blowing that series than the Bucks winning it in 2021.
But also, the Bucks were supposed to be in the first place.
No,
we all know
who was
why win that. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yo, why did we set that up like that? We did that unintentionally. We didn't do that on purpose.
It wasn't on purpose.
Eric threw me a lob, and my instincts told me to dunk the ball. We didn't do that. We didn't do that on purpose, bro.
like WrestleMania, like
bro. Eric hit son with the sweet chin music, and I pedigreed son, like straight up, like that's what we. What, bro? We
couldn't give me no points in overtime, bro.
Oh, here we go.
Damn. had a championship in New York, bro. Like, for real.
No, we talking about MVPs, man. How we laying on the Nets? We talking about MVPs, man.
I don't know. It led to that though. The conversation went from a Euro step to a layup.
Just saying. Right. Right.
Oh man. So yeah, this is why I don't trust those two teams in the East. I know the Celtics gonna win like 65 games and all that, but they gotta show me in the playoffs. And I think that's the team who have the most pressure out of all the teams going to this year's playoffs, the Celtics.
Who has the most pressure?
Celtics.
Who has the most pressure, Josh?
No.
In the East.
I don't think it should be the Celtics.
Who else then?
They got won in 160
The
games.
most pressure is crazy.
Why? So who is it then?
I think. What? I think the most pressure belongs to the Phoenix Suns.
We said in the East,
we
brother.
said in the East, man.
In the East.
In the East.
Josh is ready. Josh is ready to take Jazz. He was like, "This is my chance."
And in West,
This is my
I
chance
don't
to get
think the Suns have the most pressure in the West.
No,
They
because
should.
why?
They
But
should.
why? But look.
They don't.
They put together a win now team.
No, but even when they assembled it, you said it yourself. You said it was the great value version of which I had in Brooklyn.
That doesn't excuse them for pressure. Are you kidding me?
They don't have the most pressure.
But no, we not looking at if
There's
you
only
compare
one
it to the
team-
rest of the league.
There's only one team that has the most pressure in the West.
If you start the season at the beginning of the season, we had this conversation. We looked at all the teams. We said the Lakers were going to do well. We knew the Nuggets was going to do well. We had Ant-Man taking a stride. OKC was taking that stride. We wasn't looking at Phoenix saying, "Yo, Phoenix is about to run through the West." We wasn't saying that, bro.
Nah.
We wasn't saying that because we know what we're dealing with. We're dealing with an OKD. We're dealing with a book, and then
Bradley Beal hasn't Bradley Beal hasn't played a full season in like 5 years.
Thank you. So,
and what kind of bench do they have? And what kind of
exactly.
Have? Like, come on now.
And no defense, right? So and you said yourself they relying on Grayson Allen and Eric Gordon to get them buckets.
You know who could use a Grayson Allen? The Milwaukee Bucks.
And he was there.
I mean, yeah,
he was there. But ain't no pressure on Phoenix, because
there's only one team that has
KD,
the most pressure in the West.
No pressure on y'all, man.
Because
it's not.
We have an aging star that's trying to win a championship, and we're on the clock every year.
So wait, so you had the Phoenix Suns having more pressure than the Boston Celtics to win the championship this year?
Yeah.
How?
That's crazy, bro.
This is what KD signed up for.
Oh my god!
When you ask,
this is villain arc. This is Hill's story.
Yeah.
When you ask to go there, and then you have Bradley Beal flexes no trade clause to go there to get them for nickels at that.
Man, it's like
Randy
Orton, son.
You have the most pressure because I could say this: the Celtics lose, they could bring that team back. Phoenix lose, one more year. They gotta make changes.
Yeah, the Celtics they can bring their team back for like one more year at best.
One more year.
No, I think it's done. I think it's done.
It's not.
Nah,
if Tatum is 25, Jaylen Brown is 25, 26. You don't have to keep. Y'all rushing something. We never asked from our.
But Tatum and Brown been there for like 8 or 7
that's
years.
What I'm saying. They had a bunch of shortcomings. Remember the first year they was there. They was in a spot that
if
they
the
wasn't
Celtics come up short, I'm telling you right now, that team is not going to be the same next year.
Yeah.
Guys,
you can book that.
Guys,
you can book that.
Superstar like Tatum, I don't understand why, and I don't want to even defend them because you know how much I dislike Boston. But superstar like Tatum at 25, why are we expecting him to do what some other great players didn't even do at that age? Some did, like Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Magic, of course.
So, Josh, let me ask you a question real quick. What's the tougher conference, the East or the West?
You serious,
right now,
right?
the West.
You serious?
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, what is?
So, the tougher conference is the West. So, Boston has the best team. in a weaker conference, and there's no pressure on them to come out the East.
They
if
lose
they lose in the
games.
finals, I think they're going to the finals. Like if they lose in the finals, you telling me, oh, we gotta break it up? What?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if they fall short of getting there,
falling short is losing in the finals still.
No, I said falling short of getting to the finals.
Oh, okay.
If they fall short of getting to the finals, that team ain't gonna be the same.
I think
they have the most pressure to get there out of any team in the Eastern Conference.
I think they're getting there regardless.
I don't know.
Regardless.
I don't know.
Wilson's getting it regardless.
I don't know. They're down 20 now, but I don't know.
You don't trust them. So what team do you trust in the East? I would trust any other team in the East.
It's wide open.
You just said it's the weak. It's wide open.
Yes, it's wide open.
Okay,
I believe it's wide open.
Hey, just say you think the Knicks is good. Just say that.
Listen, if Julius Randle was healthy,
that's what Eric want, man. Yeah.
Hey, why not?
I don't think any other team matches over Boston in the East. That's why I think they easily go get to the final. Easily.
Oh my God,
he's
Anthony
out.
Davis is out. Oh my God!
Ninth seed. Oh man,
with a headache.
Man.
Let's talk more struggle, guys.
You said let's talk struggle.
No.
With headache and nausea, Anthony Davis out for tonight's game.
Bro, just take an
What kind of sickness
ibuprofen,
is
bro.
going on with this team?
Take an ibuprofen, son. Like that's it, bro. You be all right.
Like I know you got poked in the eye last game against the T-Wolves, but like, damn, you could at least recover from that.
Yeah, it's time for him to start wearing
Bro.
goggles, man.
Come on, like, take some ibuprofen and man up.
Yeah, right. Come on.
Shoot, man up.
And
LeBron
is now listed doubtful.
Did he arrive at the arena? And we got more stress for the Laker fans as they try to hold up the Warriors for the 10th seed.
Eric, what are they worried about? They got Reeves though, man.
They got the playmaker. The
best
he makes
guy
the plays.
in USA, man.
He's a playmaker. He makes the plays.
Austin Reeves,
best
though.
playmaker on the
Austin,
USA basketball team.
Austin, you're him.
He's him tonight.
They got Rui, the next Kawhi.
Hey, look, listen. All I'm saying is,
Max Christie.
When we didn't have AD and Braun, y'all laughing. No.
They got a decoy in Cam Reddish.
No. We held our own
perimeter defender in the league, man. Cam Reddish, what happened to him?
We held our own against Boston without AD and Braun, and we held our own without Braun when we played the Bucks a couple weeks ago. Come on, man. Come on, man.
All right, yo. I'm about to go.
It's gonna be real interesting tonight.
Come on, man.
And so he's out for just for tonight, not for the following games.
I mean, just for tonight, bro. I mean, take some ibuprofen and be all right. We're gonna be all right.
I think I should trade both of them. Get this over with, man. Rip the brain nigga off. Trade both of them.
But they want Trae Young though, right? Trae Young, DeMar DeRozan, Donovan Mitchell.
Nah, DeMar DeRozan out the conversation now, bro. we passed that point now, bro. We had our chance and we didn't make that move. So
y'all want Donovan Mitchell?
I don't know.
Why are you saying that?
I don't know. I'm not a Donovan Mitchell. I'm not gonna say I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't like him. I mean, I don't know.
I don't like the narrative around my son Donovan Mitchell, man.
I don't know.
The last couple of years. I don't like it.
Well, now that that's over. Thank you guys for tuning into the pod today.
Right.
On that note,
appreciate y'all.
It's been a hellacious week, and
it's gonna get more weirder by the time Sunday ends.
L's, man. Damn it.
Damn, first J. Cole now this, man. Damn.
I personally don't think LeBron is gonna play. I'm about to text some people and see
yeah. Reach out to the sources, man.
Reach out to the
Trying to figure
sources.
out.
At home, like did he disappear or something? Like what they mean he didn't show up? Do they?
Darvin Ham on Anthony Davis. And I quote: "He showed up to the arena, tried to play, but he just couldn't get over the headache and the nausea."
Bro, take a
ibuprofen, bro. But remember, LeBron was out against the Wolves because he had a stomach virus. So the virus is
going around.
And it only hits the two best players when you see.
The game is in LA, right?
Yeah. With 4 games left.
Steph, do your thing tonight, man.
Steph, Clay, and Draymond. This is your last chance. The trio.
I'll be waiting for y'all in Cancun.
No, it ain't no big 3. It's just Steph. It's just Steph. Not Draymond, not Clay, just Steph.
But yeah, until next week. Obviously, guys, there's a lot of basketball happening this weekend.
The playing tournament starts next Tuesday.
And enjoy while
my team will be in it
while we perish. So peace and love, and
I'll see y'all next Saturday, Sunday, game 1, baby.
We'll see y'all next season.
Nah, come on, you can't be like that, bro. We gonna make the
Josh. We're chilling this off season because it's done.
Bro.
I'm finished.
We're not going down like that, man.
Nah, it's going down like that. Right before our eyes. It's going down.
So it's just gonna be me by myself. It's gonna be me by myself in this playoff field, this playoff battle.
We'll join this real soon.
I'll join y'all late May.
No, we're not going down like that, man.
I'll join y'all in late May.
I'm so upset.
Wasn't last year was like the only time where all of our teams made the playoffs?
Yeah.
And we were the last.
Yeah, because somebody team couldn't get there, for a while. I'm not saying that the Knicks.
Wait, we were in the second round, bro.
No, I'm saying y'all couldn't get there for a while. It's been a lot of
for the last something. Well, we missed in 2022.
Yeah, we missed it. We also missed in 2022.
That was bad.
And you was there by yourself, bro. You was by yourself, bro. Damn.
Yeah. But until next time, guys. Peace and love. Take care of yourself. Take care of others, and watch basketball and enjoy it. Peace.
Yeah.